Shit. Had everything set up. I can't see. Is it live? Yep.
Hey man, you like an old man, right?
This is not how I looked on a regular on a.
Like an old man. Back in my day.
This ain't looking how I was looking.
Back in my day, this happened.
Hey, y'all bear with us. Old man trying to get his shit together. But that's not how it looked at all. Like the angle.
We good. It's straight.
I don't like it.
Good, bro.
Fuck it.
The other angle of your head been in front of the camera the whole time. It really don't matter anyway.
We gotta hire a crew, man. We need a cameraman and the editor.
Anybody looking for a job?
Yeah. Any cameraman or editors out there, holla at us.
I don't say nothing. It's a great opportunity.
It's a nice little internship.
It's a great opportunity with no income at all.
All right.
But when we get there, we're gonna get there together. Know that.
All right. Ready?
Man, stay ready. Take too long to get ready. Man, what's happening, man? It's your boy, Giovanni McFly.
Your boy Showtyme.
And this is the Fly Show. And we doing our best to bring you this thing live for the first time, man. So, we in here real deal. So, look, we got some follow-up we want to do. We talked about Kendrick last time, man. Kendrick been doing his thing. I know it's the topic, it's the topic, it's the topic. It's over and over again, man. But Kendrick, he deserved it. He been doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? He deserved to get his flowers. So we're going to get into a little bit of that. It is Black History Month. Next month is Women's History Month, so we're going to tie those two things together. We got a couple other things. And also, I ain't tell him, but I got a little something special at the end. Gonna put him on the spot, so I ain't give him no chance to prepare nothing else. Okay. Just gonna ask this junk right here, live, in the living color, see what he got to say about it. But without further ado, bro, let's get into it, man. So what do you think about the Kendrick halftime show? It's been some mixed reviews. People had things to say on both sides, as they always do, but where you stand on?
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, I usually don't get caught up in a lot of shit. Like, I have my opinion, but like, I don't have really any emotion about anything.
Yo.
But I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the like shit that people say pisses me off, man. It's just like how ignorant and dumb can you be, like, and they just speak and they ain't even really watch it. There wasn't booty shaking and pyrotechnics and you don't even know what's going on. Like, you're not even trying.
And you got some of them folks, man. It's just like, if I'm on one side or the other. Some people just, if I like Show, I don't like Geo. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no matter what you do, you're not gonna change this. So they're gonna have their own negative connotation either way. But you know,
I tell you, Dion said it best. He said, you don't have to down a person to up somebody.
Right.
So you can just because you complimenting Kendrick, it's not a shot at Drake.
Right. 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand that the word fan derives from the word fanatic. So people don't think logically when it comes to being fans, man. They just kind of, this my guy, this my team, this my whatever, and they just gonna ride with him no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that, honor, I can respect it, but at the same time, like you said, you don't have to tear down one person to build up another.
Right. But it's kind of, it's tricky because he's putting them on blast.
And I mean, it is a diss track, so it's a tough situation because you almost got to pick sides in that situation. But I also feel like, you know, from the standpoint of like Kendrick, man, he put on a good show. You know what I'm saying? That dude, it's a lot of, you got to understand Kendrick and the way you know what I'm saying, he operates, how his mind works. It's a lot of things inside of that show that a lot of people didn't pick up on.
Right, and people are focused on the diss track, I don't feel like that was Kendrick's focus. Like he put it in there.
Yeah.
It's the biggest song, and he he did his little thing. But there's so many other powerful things that's in there that was really the focus.
And it's like that,
went over everybody's head.
And it's like that almost every single time he does anything. You know what I'm saying? And from the standpoint of like viewership, man, it's 133.5 million viewers, like the most ever in Super Bowl.
Yeah, he done beat Michael Jackson.
So it's like
crazy.
It's hard to knock that. You know what I mean? But
I got a question.
Go ahead before I get into this. Go ahead and ask your question. What's up?
This is an evil question.
What's happening?
Do you feel like Wayne would have did them numbers?
Nah. So, and this ain't nothing against Wayne. You know how I feel about Wayne. Right. Anybody that's watched any of these episodes know how I feel about Wayne.
To go.
So, Wayne doesn't have that. That's the difference. Is that Wayne, from a lyricist standpoint, and the music and what he's done for the culture, you have to give Wayne his flowers and say he's the greatest of our time for sure, if not the greatest of all time. But Wayne doesn't have that performance piece. I haven't seen it in 20 plus years of listening and riding with Wayne. I have never seen it. But Kendrick's got something that, and I'm glad you asked this question because it leads into what I was going to ask you, the first thing I was going to ask you. I don't see that type of performance and that energy for that amount of time and that choreographed in that way by Wayne. I just don't see that happening. You know what I'm saying? And that's nothing against Wayne. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, I can't see that, bro. Kendrick did something that not many can do in the hip hop industry.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, for a minute I thought it was gonna be a surprise appearance.
Nah.
But yeah.
Drake, his guy, he can't come out there to do that. He can't do that, bro. So with that being said, so much conversation about hip hop artists, halftime show, whatever. Who do you feel as a hip hop artist will put on the best halftime show outside of what Kendrick just did? When the next performer from the hip hop culture comes in and does this, who do you think that person should be that could put on that type of show?
Ooh.
And either match what Kendrick did or take it to the next level.
Man,
I got one, and it's gonna probably throw a few people off, but I'm gonna see what you got to say.
You go ahead and do yours. Let me think about that.
I want to hear what you got to say. Because mine, you ain't gonna be expecting what I'm about to say.
Man, damn.
That's why you getting put on the spot.
I'm trying to think who's hot right now. Ooh.
It ain't got to be current artists. It's just hip hop.
You talking about the artists? Like, what's the category? Like, cause
just
some people that's gonna be some artistry, and some people that's gonna do numbers.
I'm saying hip hop artists. It doesn't matter. Who do you think should be the next hip hop artist to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show?
Man, I would like to see Gates up there.
You said Gates. You feel like Gates can do what Kendrick did?
No, not numbers wise.
I'm not even talking about the viewership. I'm talking performance for 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is. You feel like he can do that?
You talking about the whole performance?
Yeah, I'm talking about halftime show.
Man, my mind's going blank right now, bro.
Catalog, I give you that. That's a nice pick, catalog wise,
and that's a personal preference,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
And that's, you know what I'm saying. I don't think even to this day.
Like basically, if I was Jay-Z, who would I put up there?
Yeah, like we feel how we feel about Gates, but I don't think even to this day Gates is in every living room the way Kendrick is in every living room. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not. Ooh. Damn, man, I don't know, man. I need some time on that.
Yeah, I got him. Look, so look, I'm gonna tell you who I would pick if it's me. If I'm sitting in Jay's chair, I'm gonna tell you who I'm picking.
Who?
Missy Elliott.
That's one of the best performers, period.
I'm going to get Missy.
Yeah.
If I'm saying from the hip hop world and performance and everything that they're gonna bring,
hell yeah,
Missy.
Yeah, Missy killing it. Look at her videos, her performances.
That's where I would go. That's where I would go.
That is a good pick.
Yeah,
that is a good pick.
And then second, from somebody that's active right now, the Baby, because I feel like he got a lot of that Missy Elliott influence in what he do. As far as every performance, every video, it's always something. You know what I'm saying? His videos are some of the craziest videos I've seen since Missy and Busta was doing their thing. You know what I mean? And I know that ain't the popular answer with everything brother went through over the past couple of years, but as an artist and what that man does.
He go hard.
That's my feeling about it. And I'll be remiss to say too, man, it's Black History Month, everything going on. We talking about the halftime. We had 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like head to head, Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. So I don't want to leave that out. And they put on a heck of a show. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't Patrick's best performance, but as far as what we seen out of Saquon and Jalen, you know what I'm saying, AJ Brown, the way them brothers was able to come together, man, it was a beautiful thing. So shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning that Super Bowl. We're going to just make it a Kendrick thing, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to the boys for going out there, putting the work in. It's their second Super Bowl in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Raiders fan, Raider Nation. Y'all already know what's up with me, but I just want to give them boys their flowers too and say, you know, it's a heck of a game they put on. They went out there and dominated from start to finish. So shout out to them too, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to talk about the halftime show and not mention the Super Bowl.
Yeah, definitely. So like, man, the breakdown of the performance is crazy, bro. And anybody's watching, if there's something that we miss, put it in the comments, like, cause I'm always hearing new things, and I'm like, damn, it's crazy. So I think the first thing, having Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam that was just mind blowing to me. And you know, they used the game metaphor in a lot of things, which was interesting to me because when they opened up and you look at the set, you see it's like a PlayStation controller.
Yeah, the whole stage was set up like a PlayStation.
Yeah, so that's part of the game. Kendrick is, you know what I'm saying, controlling the game, and I really feel like that was a phenomenal choice. Because at first, I didn't get it, like the first 2 seconds, and as soon as he said Sam, I said, Uncle Sam. I was like, oh, okay, I got it. Then they had the outfit choices, the red, white, and blue,
right,
which I thought was dope. And then they formed the American flag while they was dancing.
Yep. But if you notice too, it had the United States divided.
Yes, they turned it back on each other, and it split.
Like the country today, the U.S. is divided. You know what I'm saying? You got people on one side or the other, but yeah, that was dope.
Exactly. And Serena Williams, of course, C. Walking, and I think there's many parts to that, because a lot of people thinking, oh, they're just trying to dig at Drake. They not focus on Drake like that. Like, it's just a byproduct and a bonus.
It's a straight. Just straight. They just straight shots at this point, man.
Do I think that played a part of it? Of course.
In the beginning. Like at this point, you're not still trolling this man at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's big. Yeah, it's bigger than that. But obviously, originally, and for with the song and the lyrics, it was a jab. But
and her C-Walk has been a victory lap, and it's got famous. You know what I'm saying? Her doing it at the game, so like that was a big thing. And they from Compton, so it wasn't just that. So many
culture.
people.
It's part of the culture.
Yeah, and so many people digging on her. Man,
that's Serena though, bro. A lot of this stuff that's being said don't even get to that level, man. That's Serena. That lady know who she is. She know where she came from. You know what I'm saying?
So the chain, I found out something interesting too. So of course, you know, he had the A. A lot of people, and I think this goes both ways. They're saying it's the A minor. Did you hear that?
Yep.
I see that. But it's also, I think it's like a double entendre type of thing. It's also the logo for the PG Lane thing.
Yeah, for the brand.
Yeah, so I think it was just a double hitter with it.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
That's him. That's what he does.
Something I didn't really pick up on during the performance, I picked up later, was Gloria on his jacket. And everybody that's a fan of Kendrick knows Gloria is what he named his pen. And that song Gloria, you know, they closed the album out with was his pen, so I thought that was pretty dope. This was one that a lot of people miss. So I know we talked about it, the song Peekaboo.
Yep.
You know, it's about Triple X. So I thought it was dope when he was going into that, it was being performed in a big X.
Yep.
On top of that, another theory I heard was, two of Drake X's and that X. So then they made the 3 X's. Like, he didn't have a lot of time to like.
and you gotta understand too, for people that don't know, man, that like you don't get paid for that. Like you don't get paid for the Super Bowl. So he putting this show on as extravagant as it was, and not getting a check for the actual Super Bowl. Now, obviously, stuff comes out of it. You know what I'm saying? But for that performance at the Super Bowl, he didn't get paid for that. You don't get paid as a performer.
He's got to pay for
for everything. The setup, it's got to be down in like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Everything got to be off the field. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's.
Which I think was smart on his part too. Not only did he focus on the art, he saved a whole bunch of money.
Yeah.
Then you know.
Yeah. No doubt.
There was something else I want to bring up. Okay, so another theory, and y'all forgive me because I didn't write the names down, but you can look it up for yourself. The All Right video for Kendrick. He's rapping on a street light, and he's laying on it. If you look in the performance, there's a guy laying on the street light in the performance. So apparently, that the girl that's in the All Right video is one of Drake's exes. And like, it's documented. They done had, you know, if you look it up, you see all the info and shit. So that was like a whole another deal. Like, he just slid a bunch of stuff. And it's probably a whole bunch of stuff that we'll be finding out later. Like, this is that. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be ongoing, man. It's just, that's what, again, all of the layers is what makes it what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like anything else great. Sometimes you don't appreciate it till way later in life. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it just gains value, like, in all aspects.
No doubt.
But yeah, I think overall, my overall opinion, I feel like it was the best. A lot of people not gonna like that, like over Michael Jackson, over everybody, in my opinion, just because of how powerful the message was, the thought and the energy that was put into it. Just from an artist standpoint, like, this is what I would like to see. Like, I don't care about the booty shaking and the pyrotechnics and all that. Give me something, you know. And I understand it is Super Bowl.
But it has substance, you know what I'm saying? And that's not always the most common thing. Right. Like Jay said, truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been rhyming like common sense. You know, it's like, common ain't to not take nothing away from dude, but like, that's not what I want to listen to on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people may not be fans of Kendrick and what he doing, so it's automatic turn off. But 133.5 million people feel differently, so there's that.
And a lot of women lie.
Yeah, so there's that. So we, like I said, man, we don't want to turn this to a whole Kendrick thing, man. We got to get him, man, his props for everything he's been doing this year, for real.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna reach into a Black History Month bag, and man, break down, like, Uncle Nearest is definitely a major pillar figure. And, you know, I'm always interested to hear, like, I'm always hearing something new about it. And Fawn Weaver and the relationship and the things that she's done, kind of break all that down for us.
In the time that we got, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna dumb it down a little bit, but yeah, man, so, I mean, for those of y'all that, episode 3, we kind of dipped into how we came up in our background, where we from, different stuff like that. So, this matters, and it means a lot to me being from Shelbyville. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, it wasn't a whole lot for us to be proud of or talk about. You know what I'm saying? Small town, outside the walking horses and stuff. Nobody knew this town for nothing. Walking horses and pencils growing up. That's all. And Tyson chicken, I guess. But, you know, to be able to today, you know, I went out, took my father out there last year to the distillery, Uncle Nearest distillery, and to be able to do that with my dad and have my kids grow up and see this and have something to be proud of, right? So for those that don't know the story, it gets told a couple different ways, but at the core of it, Nathan Green, which lovingly known as Nearest Green, he was actually an enslaved man and was purchased out of off the East Coast for like $500. Fast forward a little bit, Dan Call, who was the gentleman that purchased Uncle Nearest, actually had a young gentleman, Jack Daniel, that used to hang around the property over in Lynchburg, Tennessee. So Nearest Green was actually instructed to teach Jack how to make whiskey, right? So, and this is gonna tie together, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out now. What then was known as the Lincoln County process, charcoal being utilized, you know what I'm saying, that whole process, right? If you look back even further, that started in Africa. That's not something. It's called the Lincoln County process, but it's actually something that the Africans brought over from Africa.
I did not know.
So that's how they distill water and stuff, was with charcoal, right? So that's how that process came about. But yeah, man. So he did what he was told to do. You know what I'm saying? In that time, that's kind of where you were. You know what I'm saying? You was instructed to do something, you did it, right? So they formed, and this is where stories go one way or the other, right? But Jack and Nearest, that's just like if somebody put me and you in the same place, we don't have an issue with each other. That's somebody else put us here. You see what I'm saying? So they actually formed a bond. Some people look at it as Jack Daniels being a slave owner and he owned Nearest and his sons. It was more of a bond. Their families actually came up together as well after the fact, right? So the old number 7, which is on every Jack Daniels bottle, right? Black label bottle. That distillery is to date, and there's nothing that disputes otherwise. Nathan Green, Nearest Green, was the only master distiller to ever distill whiskey in that actual distillery, number 7. So that's another nod to Nearest Green and what he's done for Jack Daniel, right? So if you see the photos, everybody sees the photos, it gets confused that, you know, that's Nearest Green that's in the photo with Jack Daniel. If you look at that photo, that young man that's in that photo is actually named as George Green. That's Nearest Green's son. Okay. So he actually went with Jack as well as Nearest other sons to help him start up the distillery when they left, when they separated from Nearest Green. Nearest didn't want to go, he was up in age. Jack went over, started what is known now as the Jack Daniels Distillery, and Nearest's sons went with him. So that's one of his sons that's sitting in the photo. But if you look at the actual photo, not the doctored version or the cropped version, if you look at the actual photo, George is actually centered in that picture. In that time, you don't put a black man in the middle of a picture, more than that, sitting right next to Jack Daniels, right? Without there being a reason, which also further leans to the side of they had a bond and a relationship, not master and slave, more of friendship, right? So yeah, it's real deep, man. Like going into that story, like I said, now we have the Nearest Green Distillery right here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. You can get a lot of that history out there. But none of that that's happening right now is possible. And like I said, this Black History Month, we also gonna hand off to Women's History Month in March, right? So Fawn Weaver is the young lady that's really bringing all of this to the surface. Because a lot of this stuff, I'm from the area, I've never heard these stories growing up, right? So her story in itself is something that I encourage young women out there, you know what I'm saying, regardless of color. The women that's our age who have young daughters or granddaughters, make sure that y'all tie in and tap into that story, because this is a very resilient young woman, and she's done a lot, not only in, you know what I'm saying, for herself, but for our culture, for this community, right? So just a little bit on her background. I'm doing this from memory, so y'all bear with me, but Fawn actually was a rebellious child. That's something we can relate to. You know what I'm saying? We don't always have to, we ain't always want to have to follow, you know, the path that was laid out for us. We kind of strayed off a little bit here and there. So she would question things, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I was looking through some stuff and reading through some stuff, but she made the comment that, like, your answering machines back then, right? Somebody called the house, answering machine comes on, it's like, oh, this is the Thomas Shack house. It's a great day. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything's well. That's not how you feel every day. Right. So why should I have to say, hey, this is the Thomas Shack house. It's been a great day. You know, why can't I say it's not really a great day? I'm having a rough day, you know? But little things like that, her parents looked at her as being rebellious because of it, because she wouldn't just do what they told her to do and conform to their ways, right? So at 15, she's 15, they're pregnant with a child. And they're like, if you're not gonna follow our rules, we don't want you here bringing in this new child, because now you're gonna negatively influence this child. Right. So you either have to get on board with what we're doing or leave. She said she was gone within an hour. So at 15 years old, this young lady goes out and goes into the world on her own with a backpack and a lunch pail. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward a little bit, at 18, she starts her own business, right? At 20 years old, and I'm just going through this, like I said, I want y'all to be able to go and research and read up on this on your own, but I just want to make sure we give this woman her flowers, right? So at 20 years old, she gets to a point to where the business didn't turn out the way she wanted it to. It was her first opportunity doing this, so she hired too many people. Top line, bottom line, you know what I'm saying, finances, we'll get into that, you know what I'm saying, another time, but it just was off because I just now starting, I'm making $10,000 off of these 2 clients, you know what I'm saying, weekly, or whatever the case may be, but I hired 10 people to help me do this.
Right.
I can't pay all these people, plus the money I'm making is not gonna stretch, right? So at 20 now, she's depressed because of the situation, and she says, you know what, I don't wanna do this no more. Tries to kill herself. And at this time, this is her second suicide attempt, right? So remember earlier, Lincoln County process.
Mm-hmm.
This is how crazy all of this is, and how much it, you know what I'm saying, it's like it was meant to happen this way, right? The Lincoln County process, they use charcoal, right? When she took these pills and all the alcohol she was drinking to try to commit suicide, they used the charcoal to get it out of her system.
Okay.
That's how the two things tie together all these years apart, right? So when she goes out to the farm, that was at the time when she found out about this story and finds out it's for sale and buys it and all this, she starts learning about the Lincoln County process and the charcoal, and she's like, was that charcoal at 20 the reason I'm alive is to do what I'm doing now? That's the thought process, right? So yeah, man, like, so to see what she's been able to do to this point, there's been people that offer her $1 billion for this company. She wouldn't take it. You know, it's been people that just throw dates like she has to have a number. Let's see what that number is, and just keep throwing stuff at her. She keeps saying no, right? The important thing to know, Black history, women's history, this is the very first spirit company owned by a Black person. Started up, founded, owned by Blacks. Not somebody came in and said, hey, I want you to be the face, after it was already going from the very beginning. Like grassroots, this woman and her team started this company, founded this company, and they're the only ones. They're the very first ones to ever do it.
Wow.
Right? She said everything that somebody told her to do, and this is something especially for these kids to see this, or the parents, make sure you talk to these kids, because it's not what somebody tells you is for you. It's whatever's out there for you is yours, right? So she said every time somebody tell her to do something, she did the opposite. Hey, you should start in one city, one state, and then branch out from there. After you take care of that, then go to other states. She said she told her team within 2 years, I want to be in all 50 states. That's how aggressive she's being. That's what she's been doing. So to turn down, to go from spending $50 million here and doing this and that, buying the land. She owns the land. So I own the land. I can do what I want to do on this land, right? I don't have to make sure I got a lease and I own it. So if this doesn't work the way I need it to and I need to change gears, I own it.
Right.
I own the buildings. I own everything. She did it her way. And that's to be commended, because a lot of people wouldn't do that. They're going to do whatever everybody else says is the right thing to do. And she did it the total opposite. She admitted herself she should have failed.
And she believed in herself.
She said she should have failed because of the way she decided to do things. It's not designed for you to succeed if you do that, right? Because she had people that, again, because of the relationship, Jack Daniels' descendants told her, worked out there at the company for 31 years, retired from the company. She said, if you need me to come out and help show you how to get this thing off the ground and do it the right way, I will come out of retirement for you. That's what she told her. So to be able to make your decisions and go the opposite way of what people telling you and still be successful the way that she is, man, that's real dope. And that, I mean, it needs to be mentioned. We need to talk about it even more and bring all of this whole story to the top.
Hell yeah, I love that, man. Like, you know, it's amazing what you can do when you believe in yourself and it's something that you're passionate about. Like, can't nothing stop you
at all. And
I salute that.
And for her, like, I just want to say, I've never.
Too.
What's that?
As a woman in
those for real. Like, to be a woman and to be a Black woman doing this. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Victoria Edie Butler, who is her master distiller now, has won several awards that no Black person's ever won, no Black woman has ever won. Won master distiller back to back. I think maybe now it's been 3 years in a row. It's never been won 2 times in a row. So the things that they are doing as women, first and foremost, but as Black women on top of that, you have to commend it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say, I've never met Fawn personally, but I do want to put it out there. I do want to say, one, we are supporters no matter what the situation, but I also want to say that it's a blessing that when you were 20, that things didn't work out the way you wanted them to, so that today they worked out the way that he wanted them to. And that because of that, not only you made it, I feel like we made it, because I'm proud to be from this community and to have this story and talk about this the way that we do now. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you for that, for sure.
It's definitely an inspiration. You know, because a lot of times growing up, we tell, if you say your dreams, people will laugh at you, but like, yeah, right. You know.
But it is what it is, man. It ain't like, again, what people have, what people think in their mind is for you, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So You know what I'm saying? Keep chasing it. Don't ever stop, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever stop chasing your dream until you catch it.
Yeah, definitely. A big fly show salute. Let's see.
Hey, this the beauty of being live, man. You want to restart the camera, big dog.
Think I can reach it from here?
Hell no, you can't.
You know when I got a remote too?
And we on live, boy. You fuck around and fuck around. You ain't gonna never get that back. I'm gonna get to laugh at you for the rest of my life, dog. I can't wait. Let's go.
We ready done?
Yes, sir.
I don't feel like you've been in here for that long.
We've been in here for a little minute. We spent some time on the halftime show. Kenny, you know what I'm saying? Rightfully so.
Alright, so let's talk about nutrition, men's health, training, working out, and also the importance of like a morning routine, really a daily routine, like a self-care type of deal.
Yeah, so we getting on up in age, bro, whether we want to admit it or not, well, especially you. You know what I'm saying? We got some young cats too, man. Folks been tapping in. That's another thing I want to say. Like, if it's topics that y'all want our insight or our input on, man, or you know, just want to hear what we got to think or say about it, like, reach out. You know what I'm saying? Shoot us a private message, leave a comment, whatever the case may be. But this is actually one of those things that I've had people like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know how y'all feel, because for those that don't know, bro, been a personal trainer for a while, you know what I'm saying, helped out. He helped me out in situations where I needed to, you know, I got to a plateau, needed to go a different route and do something different. So, yeah, this right in his wheelhouse, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a stranger to the training and the fitness part of it, the food and all of that, but this right up bro alley, so it's really like an alley-oop to him, you know what I mean?
So a lot of people, I think where they mess up at is they try to go on diets. Like, diet is really more important than the working out part. Because, well, for years and years, you know, I always went hard in the gym.
Yep.
I mean, I'm going hard, but my results is not changing. And once I started doing my diet a certain way, man, like, results like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, you always got to look at your goals. You find a diet, don't go on a diet, because diets are temporary. You're just not going to eat pork for a month, and then you're going to go back to doing the same thing, and you're going to look like you did before.
Right.
So what I started doing mentally is just making adjustments. Don't try to conquer the world in a day and I'm gonna be vegan. It's too much.
Right.
It's too much. Just start making adjustments. And you know, you have to eat according to your goals. So if you're trying to bulk up, you know, you want some more protein, you want more amino acids, you know, you're not gonna want a lot of fat, you know, and basically everybody needs to try to eat healthy, and they market these things like it's really hard, honestly, to find anything healthy inside of a grocery store. Like, even your fruits and vegetables,
Right.
you know, and we'll break this down another time, but like, they have barcodes on the vegetables and fruits. And so if you look at the barcode, we know how to read them. Like, if it starts with a 1, it means something.
Right.
So some of them are used with like pesticides, some of them are not organic, some of them are GMO, you know, and that's what I'm learning right now, to read your labels. Anything without seasoning it's not good. They biohacked it, and it's lacking a lot of nutrients, and so that's one thing to look out for. Anything with a label on it, bruh, if y'all really look, you think you're just eating cereal. When you look at that list, all these things you can't pronounce,
Yeah.
when you start looking at these little things, bro, and find out what they're doing, bro, there's like shit from paint thinner.
Yeah,
and
you know, it's
in
like
kids' cereals.
I got deep into that when I started doing the food for my dogs. You know what I'm saying? I started realizing all the different grains and all the, you know, stuff it's causing the issues that we have. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the nutrition piece of it is probably more important than anything. Even if you're not working out, training, whatever, like, the nutrition piece is probably more important than anything. Now, if you want to go out there and eat McDonald's every day, go eat McDonald's every day. That's what you want to do. There ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like candy. You know what I'm saying? I'm at work, I'm doing whatever, I'm eating candy. And my manager was like, you shouldn't be eating that. It's like that stuff's gonna kill you. I said, you realize it ain't no healthy people section at the cemetery. Like everybody get buried together, healthy people die too. Whatever you wanna do, do it. This is just us saying like if you know, if you really trying to get into shape and you trying to, you know what I'm saying, go from, and there is a difference between working out and training. That's a whole episode, but there is a difference between going to the gym and I'm working out and I'm going in here with a mentality and I'm training for a certain goal, right? So there's two different things, but if you don't eat right, none of that's gonna matter anyway.
And it affects everything, like your brain function. Once you start getting 30 plus, your test starts going down. You know, if you drink or smoke, of course, your cognitive levels are not going to increase.
Right.
Your skin, the way your skin looks, the way everything, it affects everything.
And your gut health is very important as well. So it's not just, you know, my mental health I got to think about, or, you know, a lot of people don't even think about how healthy their gut is. You know what I'm saying? If it's not, you're not going to be healthy. That's just reality of it.
Yeah. So, you know, and just try to develop a daily routine, you know. Just for instance, me personally, I'll wake up, if I got to be at work at 6, I'll get up at 4. And I'll hit the gym when nobody's there. I'm up, nobody's up in the house. Now I have time to think and process. And like, that's when I come up with some of the greatest ideas.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you hit the shower, and now you're ready for,
ready to take on the day.
Yeah, you're ready for the day. And when you develop these daily habits, you know, it becomes part of you.
Yeah.
And so, you know, down to your skincare, down to your vitamins, and, you know, like a lot of people are having ED issues, or it wasn't packing that punch like it used to, you know. All this shit is from what you're eating.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the issues.
So a lot of people they put more thought into what they put in their car than what they put in their body.
Facts. And so you go to the doctor, I need you to fix this. The problem is what you're putting in your body. Right. So instead of trying to find something that's going to cause more problems, adjust your diet and adjust the way you do things. And then I'm telling you, Dr. Sebi, he was what, 80 something? He's still getting at it in all areas of life. Like,
not only that, it's like the old saying is, you know, you get out what you put in. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it boils down to, man. You gotta make better decisions, eat better, you know what I'm saying, be the healthiest version of you, or whatever version of you want to be. Like I said, we don't judge over here, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's not just about you. The habits you develop and that you do every day is what your kids are watching.
You pass them down.
Yeah. So like when people say, "Oh, it's genetic," some shit is not genetic. It's just that's just what you grow up doing.
Behavior. Yeah, it's learned behavior.
You know, you ain't gotta be perfect, but at least try to set the next generation up a little bit better than you was.
Yeah, help them kids out, man. Chubby ass kids. Hey man, I'm just playing. We love y'all little fat ass kids too.
But yeah. So what are your thoughts on this 50 versus Meech situation?
Man, listen. So for me, I feel like it's more sad than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 a genius, bro. Like I've never really been, anybody that know me, I've never really been the biggest 50 fan from a music standpoint or whatever. But I'm also not one of them people that's gonna be sitting here like just ignoring when somebody's a genius.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that guy. I'm not sitting around hating on people for no reason. Like, I ain't hating on nobody. I don't give a damn what you got going on. Like, good or bad, great, whatever. But for him, I just feel like he's a smart businessman for one, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like, even the smallest things. A lot of cats, if you remember, like several years back, everybody was trying to get their own strains. Everybody was trying to get to the marijuana game, right? 50 went spirits. People was buying spirits. They wasn't thinking about, weed don't go everywhere.
Right.
It doesn't matter where you go. Like,
yeah, they don't have drinks.
Drinks are there, right? So I just feel like as a businessman and everything else, he's a lot smarter than a lot of these cats, right? And the reason I say it's sad is these are 3 men when you add in Rick Ross, right? These are 3 men that have been highly successful in their life, right? From where they came from, different avenues, different people, different cities, different parts of the world. But they all came from a situation that wasn't probably the best to being multi-millionaires. Whether you agree or disagree with how they got there, they were able to do that. And you mean to tell me these 3 men that are 40, 50 years old can't come together, put their minds together, work together to be successful? That's why I say it's sad. Right. You know what I'm saying? Is it entertaining to see this go back and forth? A little bit. But how can we as 3 grown men not be able to work together? Like, you don't want to work with him because, you know what I'm saying, now he working with me. That's insane to me. Like, why does that even matter? You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, why can't we all 3 get on the phone together and figure out how we can make this bigger than what it is?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that to me, that'd be the ideal situation for everybody to have that mindset. Yeah. Unfortunately, the world's not like that. But I feel like, and this is for anybody, when you're going into business with somebody or building a certain kind of relationship that's deep, you have to know who you're dealing with.
For sure.
Just because the numbers look right, don't be like, okay, no, you need to find out who you're dealing with. Then you have to act accordingly. With 50, loyalty is everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to know him to know about him. So you know he got so-called ops or whatever. And if you go over there messing with him, it's going to be a problem. He has demonstrated, he's not talking, he demonstrates, you know what it is.
And he's ruthless. That dude is ruthless. Like, he don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, that dude took shots at Madonna when the baby thing was going on. Like, the baby was even like, hey, bro, chill. Like, that's enough. Like,
so I don't know if anybody,
nobody's too big. You know
I don't know if anybody, because Meech was locked up, but he know. But I don't know if anybody in his camp ain't putting him up on game. I'm sure 50 just didn't cut his head off. He let him know, hey, this ain't the move.
But you ain't gotta, everybody know that him and Ross don't fool with each other. That ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you cross that line. I feel like the best thing to do would have been like to have a conversation. Again, we mean it, bro. We adults. Like, it ain't even just about
hoping that happened.
But I'm just saying, like, it ain't even about being mean. It's about being adults, whether you male or female. It's like, you can have a conversation, and that kills a lot of this. Like, if he would have came out, or Meech would have said, hey, 50, you know what I'm saying? Ross reached out, he wanted to do whatever, XYZ. Where you at? And he like, man, I ain't on it, and he went ahead and did it anyway. I feel like that's a different conversation.
Right.
But if I'm just moving around and handling my business, bro, like, it shouldn't matter to you where I get my check from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to make sense to you. But if I can go over here and get some money, you shouldn't be mad at me for going over and get some money. Even if that's from somebody you don't care for. If you rock with me, you should be just happy for the fact that I went over there and got some money, as I would be for you. I'm not caring that it ain't like you went over there and got the bad mouth at me and started acting a certain way toward me because you was over there with that person. You went over there to get some money. Right. I can't be mad at you for that.
See, I feel like, and this is me 100% speculating of what's inside 50's head, but I'm thinking he's thinking along the line, this is an enemy. Like, if Ross see an opening where he can fuck some shit up, he gonna take it.
I get this.
So I feel like that was him protecting himself, but I mean, and Lil Meech caught up in all this shit and ain't got really nothing to do with him.
He really ain't caught up though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no side. That's your pops. He ain't caught up in nothing. Like, it shouldn't even be the conversation. That's your pops, bro. Like, that's where you at. But my thing is, like, if you went and spent some money with somebody I don't fool with, I feel like that's different. Right. Because now you're strengthening my enemy. You didn't go spend no money. You going to make some money. So I feel like that's different. Like, if I'm sitting here and I'm at war with somebody and you go spend $100 million with him, he can go buy artillery, he can get some more troops in here, he can do a lot. Now you building his network to come against me. But if you going over there and just getting some money, I can't be mad about you going to get no money, bro. It don't matter where you go get your money at. Like, you my brother. And the fact that you just got 50 more M's, I'm proud of it. You know what I mean? Like,
I see both sides, but in my humble opinion, I feel like, right or wrong, I don't feel like it was a smart move. and Meech just
not when you dealing with.
Now he just put everything on spotlight, the third party, and everything else is going on.
Okay, so was it a smart move from the beginning to get in that situation with 50? Because you know how he is.
I feel like yes and no. I feel like it is if you go in, know who you're dealing with, and understand the dynamics of it. Because this right here is gonna give you your base to where you can, your foundation of your empire. So you just move a certain way until you get all the bricks for your foundation, and then boom, now you get your own bread, and then you can go over there and fuck with all these other motherfuckers.
Yeah, I just feel like either way you moving the goalpost though, because you think coming up, you think 50, everybody, like, I ain't even gonna put 50 in there because I don't know, I've heard what he put out there is out there, but I don't know what the man did or didn't do, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't there, but if I'm a hustler, you think everybody I ever bought dope from, or everybody was ever a plug to me was cool with everybody around me?
Nah.
Okay, so how can I now fast forward say, I went and got money from somebody that y'all didn't see eye to eye with. Now how can I get mad at you for going to get some money from somebody I don't see eye to eye with?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I feel like you moving the goalposts, bro. Like, I ain't did nothing to you. This man ain't do nothing to harm you. You know what I'm saying? That's different. If I'm going over there and it's harming you in some kind of way, I get it. But if I'm just going and collecting a check, bro, you can't be mad at me for that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. I see both sides of the coin. It's just like, dang, it's a messed up situation. I just feel like the outcome of it all wasn't worth the move he made.
No, and I think, hopefully, from that standpoint, I just hope everybody get back on the same page and work it out, figure that thing out, man. Because those are three, however you slice it, those are three heavyweights in the game. And I just feel like, as far as the names, they carry weight, what they've done in their careers, however they look, it carried weight. I just hope for the culture we can figure it out and get back.
Yeah, there's so much that can be accomplished, not just for them, but like you said, for the culture.
Yeah.
Like it could open up a lot of doors for a lot of people. So hopefully, eventually I see.
And they all got kids. You know what I'm saying? That's an opportunity for their kids to work together down the road and do some things. So hopefully it'll get better.
Yeah, I feel like eventually it'll get into that direction.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, man. What episode is this?
8. It's episode 8 right now. Yeah. Everything going good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So far so good, man. Appreciate the support too. Before we go, he think he finna get out, he think he slick. I told him I got something for him.
I tried to.
So just so y'all aware, we do have a segment we probably gonna drop in episode 9 called Fly or Die. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna do some reviews as far as the latest drops on the shoes, clothes, albums, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the question is it fly like the show, or should it die? You know what I'm saying? So that's what we gonna get into that. To kind of lean into that though, I got we hip hop heads at the end of the day. I like my music, he like his music. I'm finna put Butter on the spot. So what you gonna have to do is I'm gonna give you 2 names, right? You pick one. The one that you pick, go on to the next round to face somebody else. So it's like a tournament.
Okay.
Until we get to whoever the king is, in your opinion.
Shit.
All right. You know what I mean? All right, so first things first. I'm going to say Rakim, KRS-One. What you got?
God damn. I feel
Yeah,
like I'm on Drink Champ.
Hey, this ain't easy. This ain't easy. No, you got to pick one. Man, that's why it ain't like that. Cause
my personal preference, I'm going to have to go with Rakim. Both goats. Like, I would never try to put one above, but for my personal preference, I have to.
Okay, Rakim. All right, so after that, I'm going to say Rakim or Big Daddy Kane.
Damn. I can go both ways. Pause.
You got to pick one. Yeah, chill out, man.
All right. I'm gonna stick with Rock.
So Rakim, Rakim killing it right now. All right, so Rakim or Nas?
Damn. Cause it's so, you know what I'm saying? You want to go this way for this reason, that way. I want to go with Rock because he's the legend. He's one of the pioneers. Nas wouldn't be who he is without, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't supposed to be easy, bro.
But. So what is it? Is it like a personal preference?
It's you. Nah, it's you. It's your picks.
Okay, so it's my personal. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Nas.
All right. Age-old question: Nas or Jay-Z?
Nas.
All right, Nas. Nas or DMX?
Damn, bro. So
it's whoever.
I wish I had a category of. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't what it's about though. It's whoever, whatever resonates with you. It ain't about what the world think, accolades, nothing. This is.
At one point, it would have been DMX, but because I have matured and got older, I'm gonna have to stick with Nas.
So Nas, woo, Nas will be.
Nas.
Alright. I don't think it's another one after that, bro. Like, I guess you made Nas the king. He took out Big, took out X, took out Jay-Z.
Man, you ain't say nothing about Pop.
But I did this for a reason though.
Okay.
Pac mostly, even though Pac an East Coast rapper, a lot of people don't think of it that way, just where he from. But I know everybody look at Pac more of a West Coast rapper, so I kept it.
So this would be your thing?
I kept it kind of in New York when I did this one. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't name some other people outside of that. I know some other folks that you look at differently, but that's why I kept it kind of in the boroughs. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was put some pressure on you.
I stand on that.
Yeah, put some pressure on you. So there it is, man. For what we put out there, and that's some of the greatest rappers out of that area. Nas, man, bro brought Nas out on top. King Nas, man. Shout out to Nas.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you like that one? Then caught your ass. Caught you slipping. Boy.
I like that.
Hey, man, look, appreciate y'all tuning in again, man. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, without y'all and the support that we get, you know what I'm saying, even the stuff behind the scenes and not everybody see, you know what I'm saying, we appreciate that. We appreciate the people around us that allow us, you know what I'm saying, to do this and the platform we have to say what we need to say, you know what I'm saying? So, may not always be the popular decision. We may say something that's a little bit controversial, but you know what I'm saying, just know that all come from love, man. We just up here having fun. Two brothers that we've been together doing this for like 20 plus years now. It's crazy because I'm only 25, but you know what I'm saying? But for real, man, appreciate each and every one of y'all, man, to lock in. Probably gonna drop some reviews, you know what I'm saying, some local restaurants, things like that. Just when I'm out moving around, I'll probably just drop some stuff here and there just to stay locked in with y'all, man. But that's it, man. Episode 8.
Yes, like and subscribe. Help us out on this algorithm. And man,
get them bands if you ain't got them. Subscribe to the page. These free. We gonna lock you in. Make sure you got these. You can go out there and not only support us, but show your support while you're doing it. Again, before we get out of here, shout out to Uncle Nearest Whiskey. Shout out to Fawn Weaver for everything you've done. May many blessings continue to come to you, your entire staff, your entire family, and the community that you decided to bring all of this to. That's near and dear to my heart, man. That's where I'm from. It's my hometown. So appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. May God continue to bless you in the ways that He has and the way that He sees fit. With that being said, man, I'm your boy Giovanni McFly.
Your boy Showtime.
This is the Fly Show. Man, you look like you done did this before, bro.
7 times.
Look like a professional.
Actually, we did have some practice a couple years back.
Yeah, we did. Bye.
How the fuck?
You don't even know how to turn this shit off, old ass man.
Are you?